In August, President Biden announced plans to cancel $10,000 in student loan debt for most borrowers. Now, a federal appeals court has temporarily blocked the program, leaving student debt relief uncertain for around 40 million Americans. This all less than 2 weeks before the midterm elections.
And we got a dynamic duo here to discuss it now. ABC News economic correspondent Deirdre Bolton and ABC News deputy political director Avery Harper. Good to have you both in the studio with us. Let me start here. We're told 22 million have signed up for this thing already. So what do? They're just in limbo?
They are exactly that, in limbo. So normally the processing would be 6 to 8 weeks, but these legal wranglings have really put these people just in a stalemate for the moment. But the White House message has been really clear. Avery and I have been talking about this. I mean, they just say, go sign up. If you're eligible, don't be distracted. Just as student.gov, or rather studentaid.gov, it's open. And as the president said a few days ago, it takes 5 minutes on your phone. So just do it if you're eligible, and let the rest play out.
Yeah, wait and see. All right. In the meantime, Avery, the block came after 6 Republican states filed a lawsuit. What are these states arguing?
Right. Well, these 6 GOP-led states, it is Arkansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, and South Carolina. They are all saying that the president has overstepped his authority when he was offering this student loan forgiveness. They say that this program could hurt state-based loan programs in each of these states. The DOJ has responded. They say that it is meritless. We're expected to hear from those GOP-led states by Tuesday, so we'll see what happens there.
But what is the, what is the expectation for how long this holds? They're in limbo right now, but do we have any idea how long limbo will last?
So short answer, no.
Okay.
But again, the messaging from the White House, if you're eligible, and that means if you're single and you make less than $125,000, if you're part of a couple, you make less than $250,000, you're eligible for $10K of loan forgiveness, $20K if you had Pell Grants, which are skewed to the lowest income families. Essentially, just go to the website, fill it out. We did hear White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre. Somebody said, well, hey, are you going to extend this January 1st deadline just till this gets worked out? And she said, we're not dealing in hypotheticals. Just go online, fill out your application, and fingers crossed.
All right. And Avery, this all, of course, comes as midterms are just days away, we could say, less than 2 weeks. What impact might this block have on a razor-thin margin right now between Republicans and Democrats? And of course, we know, and we've been reporting to the Congress, is the balance of Congress is hanging in the balance. So a lot is at stake here. What do we think this impact will be at the polls?
Right. Well, it all depends. The Biden administration has really made student debt relief part of its broader economic agenda, like the Inflation Reduction Act, like efforts to keep gas prices down at the pump. And so this is really a key part of the president's efforts and messaging on terms of midterms. And we know that the economy ranks as the top issue that Americans are concerned about as they decide who they're going to vote for. And so, listen, this uncertainty really creates and it muddles what a lot of Democrats thought would be a very clear win on the campaign trail. So it is unclear at this point if it's going to galvanize voters, if confidence drops that student debt relief will happen at all.
You're all using words like unclear and limbo today. But for either of you here, what options does the president have if he doesn't extend the loan repayments past January, like you were just talking about? So what other options are there right now? And I'm sure they're scrambling. I mean, they might not have a lot they can do to do anything about the election coming up, but what are the options?
Well, the federal government can continue to fight these efforts to push back on this program in court. But even if student debt relief survives this legal challenge, there could be others that are filed, and nothing is guaranteed when it comes to the courts.
And this has been a divisive topic because there are people, of course, who've paid off their loans, and this is part of the argument. They've been upset saying, hey, I paid it for everything. Why should this group of people get a benefit that I didn't receive? There is a big financial divide.
Yeah, there certainly is. I mean, if you want to use a lot of time on social media, go ahead and put out an opinion, because you're really right. I mean, it really is. I worked 3 jobs, or I didn't go to school because I couldn't afford it. So, and then you have tons of people who are like, okay, fine, I repaid my debt, but why would I want to make that happen for the next generation? Why would I want to burden them? I see it differently. So this is a huge issue. I mean, 40 million Americans. That's a huge number of people who are potentially affected by this. So it's a big issue, and it's a huge issue, as Avery said, too, for younger voters, right? This is the first time we're going to see a whole new crop of voters, and they want to know, okay, this president, this administration promised this. are they going to stick to it or not?
All right, but like you said, Deidre, no matter what, everybody listening out there, no matter what's happening in the courts and the holdup, you need to go ahead and sign up.
Fill out your reform.
Now, go ahead and fill it out. All right, Deidre, Avery, good to have you all in studio again and together this time. All right, thank you both so much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.